Greetings and welcome to the Happy Capster Society.
You got it in one.
Presents and not prevents. I'm gonna get it so good today. Mythos Con 2022, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, booyah! Today we walked into the Schmuckies Mystery Mansion. End of story. That's just where we are. It's usually we find something in there and it teleports us to the game, but we're just here today, and that's just what's happening.
You found us.
Yep,
Getting the deep lore.
We did it. It's just a day in the Schmuckies Mystery Mansion. And with that, Ty is facilitating this game today. It is a GMless game, and I'll let you introduce it. Go ahead.
Okay, we are playing Our Haunt. It is a GMless game by Rae Nedjadi. It is based off of Sleepaway, Awesome Creek Games. And I'll read the intro, and then we can go around and introduce our characters and our warm-up.
Well, you want to do the warm-up then, as we introduce our characters?
Yeah, actually, why don't we do the warm-up now?
Probably should do the warm-up now, and it's totally more correct.
Why are we here, everyone?
We're here because it is the Mythos Mystery Society's 4-year anniversary, and every year since then we've done a Mythos Con around October, because that's when we kind of started the whole ding-dang thing. This is now the third day and the final day. We're going to have 2 games today, this is being one of them, and then about 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be doing The Company, which is going to be run by Maria.
Me!
And you! All right. Would you like me to go first with my 2-sentence horror story? I picked a good one. Growing up with cats and dogs, I got used to the sounds of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, it is much more unsettling. All right, somebody else go.
Yeah, toss it.
I'll toss it to Zach.
Oh. Hello. I've got a 2-sentence horror story to really spook everybody out. Let's see. Before my parents left town for the weekend, they tucked me in, locked my bedroom door, and told me there was nothing to be afraid of. The monsters had no way of getting inside the house. If they had stayed a second longer, they would have heard his laughter from inside the closet.
Spooky dooky.
It's an on-brand spooky haunted house one.
It's a spooky haunted house.
All right, Maria, we'll have you go next.
When I smiled, she did not smile back. Something is very wrong with this mirror.
That's pretty good. The mirror ones are always good.
Yeah.
Mirrors are just scary.
Yeah.
Mirrors are terrifying.
I don't like myself.
My girlfriend wiped the tears from my eyes with a tissue. Little did she know, the tears came from the creature I have in the basement.
Very good.
The combo breaker one, yeah.
So you went down to the basement to get tears from your creature to put on your face?
Oh, the creature was crying because I beat him up.
I assumed it was like the old bottles of tears you do when you're like acting, you don't got the real tears going, you just like use your little creature tears.
Yeah, because you have a tear duct deficiency, so you have to keep a creature in your basement to make up for it. As we all do.
As we do, of course.
Kids, make sure to use ethically sourced creature tears.
and ethically sourced creatures.
Yes.
Alrighty, and with that...
I will read the intro, and then we can... I'll introduce my character, and then we can all go around and do that. We can't remember how we died. This old mansion is falling apart, its old creaking boards hiding secrets eaten away by time. Through broken windows and doors that slowly swing open on their own, we've discovered a dreamy purgatory of shadows and weakened nightmares. We found a way for our fading hands to reach each other, past the heavy veils of death and unlife, and we won't let each other go. We've claimed this haunt as our own. Not even the living that walk through our halls and inspect our rooms can take that away from us. What little is left of our memories hangs suspended in the dusty air, shattered and beautiful, whispering and haunting. A warm kiss, the rain on a sad smile, eyes in the dark, a knife catching the last of the light. Our haunt asks us if we wish to travel down the twisted maze of our broken memories, or if we will build new ones with the family we found. Not everything in our haunt is safe. Something ancient and hallowed breathes under the peeling wallpaper. Something empty and angry claws away at the ceiling. Something desperate and cold wails at just the edge of hearing, aching to be heard. Perhaps there are things far worse than death. But for now, this is all we are and all we have. A broken down mansion, a few shattered memories, a whispered song, the promise of a family, and the watchful eyes of something sinister. Welcome home.
I'm so ready.
I am Ty, I use him pronouns, and I'm going to be playing the betrayed Wes. My character he's going to deliver cruel and violent forms of justice, find and destroy who wronged me, or leave that mystery behind, and be vulnerable and share that vulnerability with others.
Oh.
My lore for all of you is when someone asks me to hurt another, or tells me why they're angry, I get a token. My name is taken from a broken heart. It's Wesley. My look, I have a long shadow who shows who I used to be, and something else that shows that I died violently.
Ah.
That when we start. what I remember is red lipstick left where it shouldn't be, and hands around the neck. I think we're all going to keep what I yearn. I think we're going to all keep what I yearn for secret. I think is what we just decided.
I wasn't going to share it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually don't mind sharing mine, but there's other things I might not share.
Oh yeah, you can. We can all share what we want to.
Yeah. If it feels cool to leave it behind,
yeah. So I'm gonna my what I yearn for is my secret. And bonds. So here are the two I choose. You guys can volunteer if you want to be the NPC. Actually, one of them doesn't need an NPC. The one that does not need an NPC is a raven who only speaks to me.
Spooky.
Actually, and everyone, if they want, could be my other one, which is a photo album of voices who speak to me.
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll all be that.
Yeah, just various like little photos that speak at you.
I thought there would be pizza.
And relationships, we'll say they was usually do. We'll go around, and then once we all choose our characters, we can choose relationships. And I will toss it to Zach.
All right. So my character will be the doll playbook, a little stuffed bear with a speaky box built into it, by the name of Chatterbox Charlie. The name is one that I'll give to someone else one day. Look is slow blinking eyes that I cannot control. And then something else that shows I'm a work in progress, which I'm thinking aesthetically, like visually, is a bunch of like mechanized parts to... Somebody started trying to make me move around too.
Terrifying.
So let's see. And then lure. When someone asks me to sing a song or tells me a white lie, they earn a token. What I remember, breaking down in front of someone uncaring, and a mirror showing a dark reflection behind me. And then we'll do bonds, and we're leaving what I yearn for. It's a spooky secret, and relationships we'll do later, correct? Cool. So bonds, another ghost and an unmoving doll. I'm not one of you then. Just a spooky trapped doll. And then a doll made of many other dolls, trapped and despairing. A real nightmare fuel,
like this
Sid from Toy
immensely.
Story invention.
I don't know why I thought this game was going to be a lot more wholesome than...
Oh, no.
Look, there are maybe ways you could do that, but I was not finding them in there. The game gave me no respite on that angle.
So the NPC we have is the horrible doll amalgam.
Well, there's two. There's a ghost and an unmoving doll.
Okay.
And then there's the doll amalgam. So there's two other bad, awful dolls here that are my friends.
No good, bad,
or
awful dolls.
my relations. Yeah. Go. And then I will pass it over to Dave.
Hello, it's me. I'm Dave. I have he, him pronouns, and I'm playing as the Returned. My name is a name from a broken song, which is Taylor Mirando. My look is that I wear large glasses that cover half my face, dozens of layers in every color, soft and inviting, and something unexpected and frightening. What I remember is gently comforting someone and a weapon cloaked in shadow. What I yearn for, it just kind of goes with my name, so I don't feel like it needs to be a secret. I have to figure out what brought me back. Because I'm back for some reason, I just don't know why. My bonds are, there's a silent angel that lives in the attic, and there's a living private detective investigating my death.
An actual physical flesh person is in this house.
Human being from the Mythos Mystery Society. I actually have ways to make this in canon universe.
I was just thinking about them like spin-off. Ooh.
Yeah, so I think
What
we're
does it
gonna
cost?
actually semi-put this into the Mythos Mystery Society canon, because why not? It's a haunted house. Like, there are a dime a dozen.
We're at the Mythos Manor, yeah.
Yeah, we're at Schmucky's Mystery Manor. My lore is when someone asks me to comfort them or tells them why they don't believe in heaven, they get a token. And yeah.
No
I guess
tokens
that's all
for
I
you.
get.
Who's gonna be the detective?
Ty, do you have a character you want to be? You could be your one reporter guy that you like, that you don't get to use often.
from the all of the ones, the things,
Yeah,
the ones you
the
did, those
Miracle
ones.
Cure?
Yeah,
I could be
yeah,
Graham,
yeah,
Graham
yeah.
Adler.
Yeah, if you want to.
That would be sick.
I was
Graham
trying to
sucks.
think of another, like... I was
Hey,
trying to think of
just
another,
because he kills you doesn't mean he sucks.
Listen.
Hey, you killed me, too. I wasn't even there, and you killed me.
That's a bold character move to kill someone that's not even at
Wasn't it by inaction?
It was by inaction.
It was by
I didn't know who
inaction,
my
yeah.
character didn't know who you were.
Oh, okay. I don't even think
All
of
of us were sitting there being like, Dave's gonna kill us.
Nah.
Oops.
Now.
Garfield had his arc, and now he's the Catman who's dead, I guess. Anyway.
Anyway. I'm playing the cat, everyone. I've got to figure out how to do these in order. Okay. My name is a name taken from a broken memory, Dander. My look is sleek and carefully groomed coat of long gray hair, eyes of different colors, gold and sky blue, and a shadow that doesn't quite follow me. What I remember is someone calling me by a different name and a strangled scream in the dark. My bonds are great. The nice old man who can't leave the photograph in the hall, or on the wall, I should say. And the cat made of bones that everyone can hear, but only I can see.
Yes.
I don't like that. Wait, so does it just meow though?
No, because it's just bones. Do
That
you
we
hear
can
the
all-
bones?
But we can hear it. We just can't. So we just hear bones.
You just hear the click clacky clicky clacky clacky clackies.
This is fine.
I'm glad
and
none
then
of us
I-
introduced
they should fix
secondary spooky characters. That's good.
Yeah. Well, except for that whole silent angel that lives in the attic that I have a description for, but we'll see that when we get there.
I'm sure everything is fine.
Okay, so I think we have described most things. So I think we kind of just start deciding where we should all probably do a scene together. We should figure out where we want that scene to happen, and then do the room that it happens in.
We can meet up in the study if we want.
Ooh,
Sure. You want to do a scene in the study with everyone?
little meeting of the
Study
minds.
full of mysteries. So I guess I could describe the study if that's where we're going to start.
Yeah.
The aesthetics of the study are there are dried flowers placed in secret places for us to find. So we just randomly are like looking through books or something like that and just like pull one out, and there's another flower used as a bookmark, or like there's like a little corner piece that like chips off one day and there's a flower behind it and stuff, but somebody's been hiding flowers all over the room. And
That's
there's
so
huge chairs that we can lose ourselves in, covered in musty coats and scarves, and flickering candles that distort the shadows unpredictably. I want
I'm
to say
joined by a
the
cat.
curtains, yeah, and there's a cat.
There's an actual cat here.
Whoa!
There he is.
I know you're supposed to have props. Okay. Oh.
Sorry.
I gotta get a boy, I guess. But I want to say the curtains are always drawn in here, and they're so thick and heavy that it always just feels like nighttime in the study. And I don't know if we have to talk about the unsolvable
Yes,
problems.
you do.
Okay.
Because we have the choice of, like, one of the things is you can choose to make us deal with those problems, so we have to know it ahead of time.
Okay, so the two unsolvable problems that tend to happen in this room are that once every blood moon, a cult meets here, they're seeking to destroy the veil between the living and the dead. And another unsolvable problem we have is randomly, we don't know when, it just kind of happens when it happens, there's ghost hunters from a popular TV show that break in to look for us.
Oh
Which
my
we can
God.
also make in canon.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, I guess
So
yeah.
since you're in charge of the room, you can also you have the choice of doing the moves in this room and the once per session moves.
I gotcha. I want to say we've been here for ages, I assume, like haunting this haunt, or at least as long as we can remember, which might feel longer than it actually is. And I assume that as ghosts we get bored occasionally, so it says if the subject of the move accepts, they gain a token. So I guess I want to ask, okay, well, Chatterbox Charlie, you're kind of like a source of entertainment, I guess, because you're like a doll that was made for such a thing, I
Yeah.
assume.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say, if you accept, one of the moves is ask someone to perform a play, poem, or speech that they find in the study, and everyone who does the same to put on a grand show gains a token too. So, some books, I don't know if all of us can, like, I'm more of a ghost. I don't know if I can actually interact with the real world terribly much, because, like, I'm incorporeal. But Chatterbox Charlie is, like, a physical thing, and so is the cat, I assume. In more
Yeah, I'm like bound to the.
Well,
Oh,
I think it's all up to own interpretation.
Yeah, for
am
me, I'm so
bound to
far
body, yeah.
removed that, like, I cannot, my ghost personally cannot interact with the world. So, like, for me, whenever it comes to reading stuff, it has to either be knocked off the shelf by someone else, or it just has to be open on the floor for me to read. So today we found a fun one, and we were just like, oh, we should perform this. Why don't we put on this show today?
Yeah. Okay. So I will. So that's your move. If I accept that, I get a little token.
You get
right?
a token, and then anybody else who wants to help you perform this play gets
Is this
token too.
a solo show, or do I have some helpers in this?
No.
Okay, just me.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
Wes! Come on!
yeah. Xander's like sitting on like one of the arms of the big chair, like their tails just kind of like whoosh, and just like staring at you with like half squinty eyes,
Wow.
as cats do.
Oh, I guess I should probably reiterate that Taylor is like 12 years old. So like kind of a
That's
little
so
kid.
sad.
Yeah. So
We should probably
he's a-
describe what we look like. Yeah. That might
yeah. Well, I have the large glasses to cover
Glasses,
up
yeah,
my
that's right.
face. I look like I'm kind of wearing an older style garb, like maybe 1920s-ish for a kid. So like it looks like a very almost professional kid, but like, you know, suit jacket, bow tie, shorts, kind of look with like long socks. If you imagine a newsie from the 1920s, that's basically what Taylor looks like. And yeah, and occasionally, I don't know, sometimes when the lights hit him weird, he's got blood all over him, but that's fine.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
as boys do.
As boys are wont to do, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess in that case, since we're joining as I have been put on the stage to entertain everyone, maybe come in. I've got like visualizing the scene. You said there was like kind of huge, musty, oversized chairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I think it's like just huge, oversized armchair that this doll that I'm assuming is like maybe a couple feet tall, like standard like kind of large-ish plush doll. Sitting in the chair, feet that don't even get close to the end, holding this like huge tome, reading out from it. We catch the last couple lines, just reading off Shakespearean sonnets. Pity the world, or else this glutton be to eat the world's due by the grave and thee. Can I be done on the reading the sonnets? I know, like, you don't get to read much, but
Again!
that one again, or okay.
I think you should read from the big book, though. And I
The
point.
big book.
There's a book that nobody seems to want to read from. Mostly because you can't tell most of what it says. It's on the tallest bookshelf in the room. And it says Bible on the side of it, but that's all you can read out of it. He goes, I want to read from the big book.
The big book. All right. Okay, we can read from the big book today. And I suppose I like worm my way out of this chair, and attempt to go over to. I assume there's got to be, if there's a big book on a tall shelf, there's got to be one of those sliding wheeled ladder situations.
I like to imagine it fell over years ago, though, because he's always wanted somebody to read this book to him. But nobody has been able to get that book down. It's just something he constantly wants but never can get. He's asked for it for years now, and nobody's ever been able to get it down.
As soon as you got out of your chair, Chatterbox Charlie, I hopped over and curled up and am now laying in your chair. Just like
good
licking a paw.
Trying to figure out trying to catch up on character things I can do if I can I don't know, wield otherworldly strength or anything to prop this thing back up. And I don't think that's in the cards, unfortunately.
It's just one of those unfortunate things. Although it's funny, by the time you're thinking about like doing the mental gymnastics to figure out how to get this thing and get that book down, you turn back and Taylor has completely moved on and is pretending to pet the cat, but hand just phases through. It's like, "Be a good kitty."
Seeing how you're distracted in this and seeing Charlie struggle, I am going to use a vulnerable version of my ghost move. I'm going to use the vulnerable move to gain a token, use a ghostly ability with great consequence, and I'm going to use my ghostly ability, fling objects at a target. I'm going to raise my hand and just start throwing books at the bookshelf, and it comes crashing down, breaks one of the small end tables, but all the books are now just lying on the floor.
Ooh.
Get it?
I might use a vulnerable thing too now, which is judge someone harshly and abandon them. So you said the book does crash down, right?
Yeah, the whole bookshelf falls over.
The whole bookshelf falls down, and the book kind of falls, and it scoots underneath a table, so it's harder to get to and stuff. It's like one of those big oak desks in the study and stuff like that, weighty thing. And because you were so laissez-faire with the book or whatever, it's a very important book to Taylor. And it just fell onto the floor, and you saw maybe a page fly out of it because it's an old book and everything. And he just gets so pissed at you for being so mean to the book. He's like, "How could you do that? That's my favorite thing!" And then he gets really mad, and for a brief moment, it just looks like he's holding something, and this candle again hits him weird, and he's got blood all over his face. And then he goes, "I hate you! I hate you!" And he leaves the room.
As you leave, I'm also going to use a vulnerable move, and I'm just going to perch up and say, "Wait, where are you going? You were petting me. Where are you going?" as I show my open desire for affection.
The best part is I don't even think you felt it. It's more of a pantomime.
No, but he was paying attention to me.
True. Yeah. I just like to reenact the moment of petting, but it doesn't. Nobody gets any physical touch out of it or anything. But yeah, Taylor is not in the room. I want to say there is a page on the floor though. The whole book is under the desk, but there is a page on the floor.
I'll look over and glare over towards Wes and say, "Way to go. Well done. Now he's mad at you again."
I was trying to.
I think I've maybe traumatized from the book explosion. I've gone over to this page that is on the floor and plopped myself down, and am using a neutral one of my moves of be very, very still. I've just like sat myself down and have gone into like limp doll mode and like just kind of head down, looking at this page, just examining to see what's so special about this particular book.
Well, the first thing you notice is you can't read it. It's in a different language. You're not entirely sure which language it is, but it's in a different language.
So I'm thinking real hard trying to puzzle this book together.
Wreck that little mechanical brain around.
Yeah, you hear literal whirring noises.
There's like
Something's
you
going
can
on up
smell
there.
like mechanisms overheating. Just like man, yeah, mine when I was a kid and I had one of those things, that thing smelled like burning mechanical wires like all the time. I don't think those things were safe.
We'll find out on that one if this one's safe.
Yeah, well, maybe
It's got
this
a lot of
one's built
spooky
better.
things.
Yeah.
Wes is gonna leave too, frustrated that everyone thinks he screwed up even though he's trying to help. In his own way.
I'm going to jump up on top of like the back of the big soft chairs and just kind of like curl up and loaf a little bit and just watch this bear, just the tail just kind of like, and simply observe silently from a high perch until I get bored and go elsewhere.
Yeah, it seems like we're all getting bored and going elsewhere. Charlie like examines this page, realizes that it's can't do anything about it, but just kind of like picks it up with those little like bare hands and like kind of folds it, tucks it under his arm. Bare hands. Sorry, I didn't even think about it when I said it. Just kind of like folds it up, tucks it under his arm, and takes it away to where he keeps all of his other materials on all these ongoing problems. Like this might be something on one of those two spooky unsolvable problems on the study, so we're gonna file this away for later, leaving our friend Dander to occupy the study.
I think once everyone else is left, Danger's just gonna like stretch and then like kind of claw at the top of the chair and hop down and go over to where that book kind of slid under the thing and like peer under to see if it's actually stuck.
I wouldn't say it's stuck. I would just say it's just deep in there. Like it's a very big desk, so it would take an act of will to get to it, but it's not impossible. It's definitely easier to get to now than it was. Might be a mystery for another day. Unless if you all care that much. It's one of those things that maybe only Taylor cares about.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, it's just Taylor being Taylor.
Yeah, I think they'll look at the book and go,
Although I guess it is mysterious because he has been requesting it for years. Now that it's finally down, you can all see why he was so excited about it.
yeah. And I will leave.